Well, I mean,
Hey everyone, this is Pastor Mark with Brothers on the Block. I got with you today. I got brother AJ representing them Cowboys. I got brother Jason representing them Baltimore Ravens. And we got brother Jay Nation representing all the haters in the world.
Man down.
And we got our lovely producer, Sister Kelly, who talking about go Giants. I'm trying to see some of her stuff. The shade is coming through, but it's all good. There was a sportscaster a long time ago. We're about to talk about some heavy NFL today. There was a sportscaster a long time ago. He would start off the day after the Cowboys play. Cowboys suck. Cowboys still suck. We're going to get eventually to that in a minute. But I want to start off. The first game was Kansas City versus the Chiefs. I'm sorry, Kansas City versus the Texans. Is Kansas City going back to Super Bowl? Can anybody beat them this year?
I mean, they look pretty good, man. They look pretty good. I wouldn't make that assessment just yet though, because it is Houston's defense.
Okay.
I think JJ Watt got injured during that game early.
Oh, again?
Yep.
Right.
I forget whoever else, but a few folks dropped. But I mean, Kansas City, they looked in rhythm. But we'll see. We'll see.
Is it time for Houston? O'Brien, at some point, he's the GM and the coach. I know for Deshaun Watson, I love this dude. This dude got me paid. But we got to agree. He's terrible as the GM and the coach. Yeah. And Deshaun is going to be I don't want him to become the Randall Cunningham of our generation.
Wow.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Randall was a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He was.
Never had weapons. Great defense, never had weapons. You traded away DeAndre Hopkins for nothing.
Yeah.
And you don't have nothing but, a grill. Or, I don't know what he got out of it. But Houston is struggling, and Deshaun running for his brother life.
Yeah, every play.
D-Hop got off yesterday, too.
Didn't he not?
My God, he got off.
He's on my fantasy football team. I appreciate that.
Said I know they miss him.
Man, it was 14 catches or something. I mean,
because he has no one to throw to, nobody to run the ball. He only had the offensive lineman, one lineman, and himself.
Will Fuller was this highlight.
Yeah.
9 catches, 117 yards, but he couldn't get it in the end zone.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's gonna take more than Fuller.
David Johnson didn't. David Johnson looked good to me. They definitely got I want to say their run game is probably about to be rejuvenated. So, if they can, lean on David Johnson and he stay healthy, that's also a problem. They should be able to offset a little bit. I mean, but I don't know who the other receivers are outside of Will Fuller. Yeah. Will Fuller, David Johnson, and
I mean, did David Johnson play good? I only thought he had 2 good runs.
He played decent. He still had 100 and some yards with the touchdown.
Well, when I look at Kansas City and how they've looked at situation, that's what Deshaun should have. The same how they've done for Dak. We'll get to that in a minute. But Kansas City has weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The boy at the LSU, Louisiana for Jermaine. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, I'm like, so how y'all gonna stop that? The tight end doing this thing, Sammy Watkins. I'm like, I thought you retired, brother. How old are you?
Oh,
you doing your thing. Everybody doing their thing.
Right.
How do you stop Kansas City? And my man, he got his fogged up face mask. Andy Reid. He like, I don't even need to see.
It was still coming.
It was this fogged up to here. Yeah, calling them
But-
plays.
No, he can't see.
Right. But he said, I'm still killing them. I know I'm killing them, though. I'm killing them. So that's Kansas City.
Man.
Kansas City, and, you know, they got some good barbecue up there. Holla out to the Gates Barbecue. Hit us with a sponsorship if you like. Then the Jets and the Buffalo played the battle for New York. And it wasn't a battle, it looked like a massacre. Because Buffalo did some things out there. Did they not?
Yeah, them boys wasn't playing around.
Oh, man. And then Le'Veon Bell, we don't know how hurt he is.
Just not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Is this another coach, Adam Gate? Does he need to go?
You know what? New York's got some weapons this year. I mean, like they made some trades, but they got stuff in return. Like they got a squad. The only person I hate is Sam Darnold.
Man.
Oh.
I don't like
Them
Sam
tough
Darnold.
words. Man.
So you would have kept him. You would have kept him at the store. Like I don't need to pick him up.
I mean,
I think
prior to him coming, I'm like, yeah, okay, they got a quarterback. They about to get with it, you know. They let Fitzmagic go. I mean, you know, and you know, it's okay.
Mhm.
Sam about to be the face. Let's get it. And then I seen Sam out there, and Sam just looked like he's not up to speed yet. It looked like the game is moving faster than what Sam is moving.
But isn't Adam supposed to be this quarterback guru, or is that overhyped? Is this somebody who really doesn't know what he's doing?
But I mean, Adam is supposed to be the quarterback guru. But what I'm saying is Sam looks lost at times. Like he's rushing throws. Like he's off back foot. He's making some bad calls. Now when he's on, they up the field in 4 plays. You know, we talking other end zone. They up the field when he's good. And they had a couple. They had a shade of that. I think twice that game where he went in the end. I want to say their first score, whenever that was, they went in the end very quickly. I mean, he was surgical, and then they came back the next drive, and it's like, who's this guy? It's just a consistency out of Sam between last year, and I'm not seeing it.
Is Buffalo going to win the AFC East?
And
Jermaine?
that's a tough decision.
I mean, who else is in that division?
Is Cam Newton and the Patriots,
Uh-huh.
the Miami Dolphins,
Uh-huh.
and the Jets.
And the who?
Yeah.
And the Jets.
And the Jets? Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's either out of them or the Patriots.
Yeah, I think that's still the Patriots division.
Yep.
Cam looked it good, and the way they operating and the way Josh McDaniels flooding those plays through there and recuperating Cam running ability, that's gonna be a tough team right there, especially in that division.
So let's pivot to Cam. Y'all forgot about him, didn't y'all? That boy looked bad. I mean, that's a bad man. Came in there with a yellow suit. A white woman yellow.
His Tweety Bird suit.
It was the hat for me. I'm sorry.
That's what I said. It was the hat.
He said, y'all had game man on point.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna wear that yellow, boy.
Brother thought he was playing on Easter Sunday.
Look, he said, he didn't get to wear his suit.
But when you play the way he played, you can wear that suit and that hat like that. Though. Let's just be honest, man.
I mean, yeah, he had a slow start. I definitely, I think, Belichick and them kept him comfortable. They ran a lot of comfortable plays that he was used to.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of that option, that last minute holding on to it. Do I pull it back and throw it or run it? Or like they did a lot of that, probably to keep him comfortable. Plus they saw that it was working. So they really didn't have to go away from it as much. And he had Jordy Nelson and Edelman. Excuse me. Yeah, Edelman to save him across the middle pretty much anytime he wanted. He was there for that dump off because the defense was worried about that option. So, I mean, they kind of did that most of the game.
And I think he's also going to benefit throughout the season with Tom Brady. Y'all don't want to say this, but Tom Brady benefited for 20 whatever years from a weak division, from a weak AFC East. And so, because Cam has been in the NFC South, that is going against Atlanta.
Orleans.
That is going against New Orleans. I mean, day in and day out, and then we'll throw in Tampa Bay sometimes when they want to be good. This is who he had to fight every time. When you only got to really fight one team, and that's Buffalo. Hey, we're gonna do what we need to do. I mean, I think Cam's gonna benefit from being in the AFC East a lot better than that NFC South that he was coming out of.
Yeah, then I think I saw somewhere where I guess there was a little scuffle after the game where like a couple of players like tried to take his chains or whatever.
They tried to take his.
And I'm like,
Right.
in high school? Like, what do we do?
Well, they were going to take that back to Miami and sell that on the beach.
It was actually twice. It was actually during the game first. It was actually during the game. That's why he took the big one off and put the little one. And then after the game, they tried it again. I was like, come on.
You're going to take something. Take that suit and that hat and store it away somewhere.
See, you don't know fashion. That's the man don't know fashion. This dude got fashion. He don't wear no hat at the same time. He don't wear another. That was fashion. I'm telling you, in the South, that brother was casket sharp.
This brother came to the game like I am Medea. Medea is me.
Oh, why you ain't so bad?
I mean, that was light compared to what he's worn in the past. Like Sunday wasn't bad. That was tolerable.
But him and Russell Westbrook still got the same style as they got.
Look, but this is all I'm saying. We see my man look like somebody's auntie with the hair wrap and all that other stuff, or look like some bootleg R&B singer from 1965. That Sunday, he was classic. I was classic sharp. He could have been buried in that suit. We were like, that's a good.
He probably thought that Miami defense was gonna kill him.
Right.
I'm already ready. Better be alive.
They look scared of him. They're like, this dude too big.
They didn't know what.
He is.
They ain't know what to
like,
do with it.
They ain't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then we got the Eagles play the Washington team because they don't have a name.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington football team. The Eagles were 17-0 and they lost this game 27-17.
Man,
what the mess is going on in Philly?
That was an amazing game.
Chase Young, man.
Chase Young, and I don't have the stat in front of me. I want to say at least 8 times Wentz got sacked. 8 times. I had to tell Kelly that I remember Troy Aikman being sacked by the Eagles back in the day 11 times. That was Reggie White. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
No, all I was going to say was Washington defense was they was good last year, and they added to their defense. I mean, defense was doing what they were supposed to be doing. They came out flat, got scored on quick, but then they stopped that once they got in rhythm. I mean, the pressure was there, the coverage was there. And Wentz was running all over the place trying not to get sacked. What do you think about Haskins? That's the QB, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't look bad. He didn't look bad. He also looked uncomfortable at first, but he got in rhythm and started. He was playing it safe. And the Eagles was giving it to him. Like they was giving him all them shorts, them short outs. The Eagles wasn't blitzing a lot. So I mean, he had all them little dump offs, and then sure enough, he dumped one off and some bad tackling, and there we go. But that game was the Eagles' fault. They should have closed that out. As hot as they came out, they couldn't keep the momentum going, and didn't change nothing up after halftime. They came back out trying to run the same stuff, and everything was covered. I mean, the Washington football team did not look bad yesterday. Unlike your Buccaneers, man, looked horrible.
Well, it was two B's. It was 2 B's in there, right? The Browns looked terrible.
Horrible.
They was supposed to look horrible against who they was playing.
So I know the Ravens are good, but all these people, I see people picking Odell in their fancy football league, and Jarvis and Baker Mayfield, and they got a new coach, and they got a Chubb, and they got all this. They got everything on paper looks like it's probably nice. But every time it's some garbage mess. And I'm not saying nothing from Baltimore. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, I can't wait to see Kansas City play Baltimore. That's going to be like so great. But still, the Browns ain't supposed to look like that.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield for it, man.
You know, is he overrated?
I think he is. I definitely think he is. I think that when he first came into the league, because it was the guy from the Bills that was in front of him, right? And in the beginning. And then he got hurt or whatever. So then, like, okay, well, you have the keys to the car, basically.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that they gave it to him way too soon. And I don't think that him and Odell Beckham are gelling as much. I don't know why, but I don't think they're gelling as much. I mean, they have the talent there. I'm not saying that, because I don't think Baker Mayfield is a scrub by any means. But it's just they have to have time to gel, and for whatever reason, they're just not doing it.
Is it too much showboating? It's too much for show stuff. Like even Baker Mayfield made a lot of noise this summer that I'm gonna take a knee and all this stuff, and then the day before I'm gonna stand. It's like he wants to be on TV so bad, kind of like Odell, that you're not putting enough in your craft and just shut up and really play.
Right.
Like, work on your craft.
Right. And that's what I would tell him is that at this point, just shut up and play. You haven't shown us anything, to make us think that, okay, you're not overrated. Because at this point, I think him and Odell Beckham are overrated, and Odell is an awesome receiver, but it's just right now, he's just not playing to his potential.
He ain't been the same since he got hurt.
Yeah, I think that did something too.
He hasn't been the same, and I'm gonna if Kelly could get one of our assistants to help with the beep, the timer. If she can get one of the assistants to. Yes, thank you. Okay, here we go.
I think,
and I would even say going back to Philly or whatever, I would say that Jalen Hurts needs to be ready to play at any moment's notice.
Any moment. Yeah.
Well, because Wentz, I mean, and we really gonna get into the Cowboys in a second. Folks is falling down. Philly, they had so many people who were already hurt coming into the game, got hurt during the game. I thought Wentz, after that 8th hit, I said, he's getting hits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is getting rocked. I'm like, he ain't gonna make it. Y'all need to go make a trade for Nick Foles again.
Nick Foles got all that money.
All that they doing.
Watch.
Right.
Must be lucky.
So yeah, Jalen. I would hate to put Jalen out there because I don't want to ruin his career because I think he can be a good quarterback. I think he just got overshadowed by some stuff at Alabama, things like that. I think he can be a really good quarterback. And so then the Colts and Jaguars. I thought Phillip Rivers was going to do something, and they lost to the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jaguars. Minshew.
The Jaguars. Mm-hmm. The Jaguars. I'm like the Colts, and I'm feeling like both of y'all must be terrible. I'm just saying.
That was a terrible game.
What, the Colts and the Jaguars?
I'm not the game. For me, the game was all right. I thought the Colts were going to dominate the Jaguars because the Jaguars have traded away Nick Foles, traded away Jalen Ramsey, traded away the defensive end. They let go of Fournette. They let go of all these jokers, and then they pull out a win against the Colts. And I'm like, now how did that just happen?
I mean, well, Gardner Minshew put on a clinic on the back half of last year.
He showed
He put on and he's got the, what did they say, man? He doesn't give the ball away that much. He went 19 for 20 Sunday.
Yeah,
he missed one. He missed one pass.
I'm not saying that. I thought Phillip Rivers was going to do a better, and I know they got when their people hurt, when they're running backs. Man, I thought it was going to be a better deal than what I thought the Colts were going to have a better season. I don't know.
Don't count the coach. I think the coach is going to be balling. I mean, they looked everybody but him and Ty connected. I mean, he leaned on Hines once Matt got hurt because Hines kind of takes him back to the Eckler Gordon combo where he's able to dump it off them passes. I mean, the coach look good to me. I mean, even after Mac went down, Hines stepped in. But I mean, yeah, when we talking about game one, but I think the Jags was more of the like the surprise, like okay, like because DJ Shark also he was also getting off last year as well. He was top 20 receivers in the league.
And I appreciate what Nate said. Nate said it was one game though, and I do agree. I feel like I just hate there's some indicators that's gonna tell us how our season's gonna go. And when we get to the Cowboys, that's why I'm gonna kind of clue on that because I got some fears. I'm gonna act like a real Cowboy fan today. When things go south, oh Lord, because I'm just saying some of these games are indicators how it might go. Philly losing how they did. 8 sacks they just didn't lose. They got beat up. I'm fearful for Wentz. You're gonna get beat up, and he is not. I don't know if he's gonna make it. So then, the Raiders and Panthers. That was a nice game. That was nice. And Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not rooting for Carolina because I didn't like how they did Cam, but them Las Vegas, and you gotta say that Las Vegas Raiders. They're not bad. They're not bad.
Because they got the running back from New York Giants.
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Was he in? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in New York. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was balling yesterday.
Yeah,
they got Jason Witten over there.
Yeah, Jason Witten had 1 catch, went 1 for 2.
I knew you were gonna know the stat on him. Yeah, he was out there.
I had to check my boy out.
I know you had to check him out.
I said, let me see what Jason did, man.
When did he get traded to Las Vegas?
No, we let him go. We said he could go to the house. And he said he wanted to play some more. So he went to the Raiders. And I feel like we checked out Jason Witten like you check out an ex on Facebook. How you doing?
I said, let me see what my boy did. I said, this wrong. This 1 quarter.
He made a 5-yard tight end slant out to the sideline. That was it.
Right. No, what he do? What he gonna do here? He only go pick up yards. He cannot run upfield for you.
Tight end slant.
He was just retired as a Cowboy.
He caught it and kept striding and sat right on down at the bench. I mean, all in motion.
He said, if they're gonna pay me a check, I'm gonna take that check.
Right.
He was not gonna get back on Monday Night Football. I know that.
Now he's finna go out looking like a clown.
I don't know.
Yeah, he should have just stayed in the booth.
Now, come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Jason Witten got fired, y'all. Jerry took care of his boy. He was garbage in the booth. And then he broke the little Pro Bowl trophy.
Yeah.
He didn't have no choice but to come back.
So then, our boy from Detroit, you don't claim him. But man, Detroit lost. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they were leading. I'm like, they about to beat up these Bears. The Bears is garbage. And then they lost.
Even in the last 4 seconds.
Yes.
Stafford put the ball in a rookie running back's hands in the end zone. Nobody, 2 steps from him.
Nobody
drops the ball. I mean, we talking stone hands.
Right.
Stone hands.
Matthew Stafford from Dallas, Texas, Highland Park, if you want to know it. And can't catch a break in Detroit. Can't catch a break. And Jason and I talked a little bit about this. Their old coach got 1 season, went 9-7. This dude didn't have 3 years or so. I mean, and it cannot have a winning season. Are
you talking about old boy from he was with the Patriots? He was coaching with the Patriots?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. When does the Ford family let go of this dude and say, I feel like they don't, either they just take the money, they don't want to win.
Yeah.
I mean, but the squad ain't bad. The squad on defense.
They should have beat the Bears. I mean, how you didn't? You had the Bears on the ropes.
Again, they should have closed it out. So I see my man's is on the chat right here.
I see.
And how many seasons has it been that Detroit has been dropping the games in the fourth? Like we've been leading going into the fourth quarter, at least for the past 3 seasons.
He said if there's any time left on the clock, they're going to find a way to lose. That's a tough life. That's a tough life.
Yeah, I mean, but that's been it. I mean, as we were talking beforehand, I can't tell you how many games in the past 3 seasons. And I mean, they put the stat up last year sometime. Midway through, like, yeah, hey, here's another game going into the fourth. Detroit is leading, leading at least by 10, 7 to 10 points leading.
Yes.
He says,
Look, Ant sound like a Cowboy fan to me.
He a diehard
life, man.
He a diehard Lions fan.
Man, my whole life you've been suffering, brother. 40 years of trash. That's a long time. I would invite you over to my house, but we'll get there in a minute. I got my own squabbles.
Man.
So the Lions let the Bears win. I'm not gonna say the Bears beat them. The Lions let the Bears win. And then you got Seahawks, Falcons.
That was a good game.
Good game. Russell, don't lose it on Russ. Russ is
rough play, man.
Come on, man. He's worth the money.
Yeah.
He's worth the money. Go ahead.
Let's show up in the playoffs, though.
Yeah. But I mean, don't overlook the fact that Matt Ryan had 450 yards of passing.
He did, and that's with Jamal Adams now being, they probably the boom 2. I don't know about that. I mean, Julio Jones. I mean, Atlanta's a nice team. I feel like they have never recovered from that Super Bowl loss, though. It's something I feel like they're deer in headlights when it comes to the big show. Ever since that Super Bowl loss versus the Patriots, because they've had a squad. I mean, they have a squad. Their wide receiver crew is. I mean, Matt Ryan. Come on, what is the deal? Why can Atlanta pull it through?
Like he said, I think they have a mental block. I mean, you're up on the Patriots 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and they come back to beat you. Yeah, you can have a mental block for a while after that.
I think if Atlanta doesn't pull it through this year, Arthur Blank, the owner, is gonna say, "I got to find a new coach."
Yeah, they definitely have to make some decisions, because I mean, it's not like they don't have a squad. I mean, Matt Ryan, former MVP. You got Julio Jones, one of the top wide receivers. Some other folks on the team that can play well. So yeah, they definitely have to make some decisions.
So, then I want Jason to tell us how the Bengals versus Chargers game ended.
Oh, good. I'm glad you asked. So, Bengals versus the Chargers. The rookie quarterback for Cincinnati looked awesome yesterday. I mean, up and down the field with ease. He was making use of the remaining players of Cincinnati, making them look like, they've been clicking for seasons when he just got there. I mean, was it Andy Dalton he replaced? I mean, pretty much the same cast, and I mean, he was making it work. They get to a point to where defense has always been trash here for the past 5-6 seasons. They get to a point to where Chargers come back. They go up, and we get down to the fourth under a minute. Burrow drives all the way down. I mean, and we're talking, he ran 5 plays, hurry up offense. No, did not clock the ball. 5 plays straight and went from the 20 down to the 20, and then clocked it. I'm talking everybody out of gas, huffing and puffing, whole 9. I'm like, wow, look at this commanding. And they set it up for the kick. 6 seconds left for the kick. 27-yard chip shot. And they hiked the ball, and my man My man goes and kick the ball, and I'm talking the ball is wide right by a good 6-7 yards immediately off his foot. Now, you watch him, he looks. Let me try to take this picture off now. So look, he looks up at the camera. I mean, he looks up at the uprights as the ball is going off to the right, and immediately leans down and grabs his calf muscle. I said, my man, I said, you got to do more than that. You got to fall out, take off the helmet, and something, because this is horrible. You know what? I have never seen as many injuries of kickers ever in life. I've never seen somebody miss the chip shot that bad, that bad. It was so bad. I think Randy Bullock is just fine. I think he's gonna be out there kicking next week. Exactly. Listen, like, if anybody watching this cast today, go to YouTube and type in Cincinnati kicker and watch it. Why? Because they zoomed in. You know, he was. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh wait a minute. My cat. Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, something bit me. You know, nobody. Look, I'll say this and I'll get off this. After he went to grab his cap, nobody helped my man off the field. That's how disgusted. That's how disgusted the team was with him.
They know he lied. He lied.
Nobody.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they no coach run on the field. Hey man, you good? Oh, look like your hamstring rolled up on you. No, none of that, man.
Are you trying to say that the medic didn't go see him? Nobody went to go see.
He lives off the field himself. All by the video is out there.
Even Jesus took his time. I was like, yeah, we're gonna wait.
Oh man.
I mean, if the production engineer can pull it up on YouTube and play it, I mean, like that's how funny it was, because
we might have to figure out how to pull that. We might, if we're gonna wait till next week. I understand. We're gonna play that how they all reacted to him. So then I thought in the other games of the week, the Cardinals versus 49ers, I thought that was a nice game. Murray. Murray said, I've been a winner, and he got DeAndre Hopkins. He still got he got a nice little crew himself, and they came back on the 49ers. And please remember, the 49ers were what? Weren't they in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, then they had a great defensive line. Like, there's almost all first round picks. And they beat the 49ers, Garoppolo and all of them.
Now, the 49ers were missing Deebo Samuel. But it was a good game. San Francisco looked like they was going to do the thing starting out, and then it just completely went the other direction.
We have videos now?
Here we go.
Okay, it's missed there. This is my man from Cincinnati. Oh!
Hey, look, they got to go back because they're going to show it. They're going to show it when they show the replay, him kicking it. Ain't nobody touching this guy. I mean, players is walking by him. Oh, okay, see that. Hey, but come on, hurry up, man. You embarrassing us. We got the Uber waiting for you. Here we go. Because he followed through like, I nailed this one. I mean, look how bad that is, man.
Yeah, that was.
All right, here we go. It's playing fast. I mean, his
Burrow ain't feeling that. Like, this is all you got to do all day.
Man, right. Look at it. Oh, what the? Yeah, I mean, like, but see, the black coach, the black coach's response when he looked up, he was what the paper? He had the paper in his hand. He was looking. He was just like, huh? All right, hey, we won, y'all. Come on, hey, high five. It was the most nonchalant. Like, how about that?
Right. Can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Where that come from?
Right. Somebody out of a job.
And I like how Ant said Murray, going back to Murray, that Lions game, I think was a turning point for him last year. Because ever since then, this dude's been doing this thing. Like you can't sleep on him. You can't sleep on Murray. I don't think you can sleep on what they're trying to do in Arizona, especially now with DeAndre Hopkins. The smart trade on their end, very stupid to me with Houston. I would love to see Deshaun and DeAndre stay connected together like Montana and Jerry Rice, but it is what it is. Now the high game. Before we get to this other game, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers and the Saints. I watched at the very beginning. The Buccaneers were looking nice. Tom Brady does a sneak. I mean, he's throwing, I got this. And then
It was a wrap.
It was a wrap to the point. Tom Brady throwing interceptions like
Big six.
Big six?
And
The pick six?
that was
He couldn't
pretty.
yell at anybody. Normally Tom Brady, come on, man, get Tom Brady like that was on me. Then Mike Evans, he didn't look.
He was showing doubtful all week, and all of a sudden was ready for the game. I don't think he was really good to go to be out there.
Right, and so, what happened? Is it? I know it's one game, and there's no preseason that's happened. But is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Are we not going to the playoffs? Is that going to be a wrap?
I mean, like you said before, you know what I'm saying? The Patriots have, Tom Brady has, been used to having a weak, division. So now, you go up against the Saints. It's just like, hey, welcome.
and everybody in that division, you can't sleep on Atlanta. You can't sleep on Carolina.
Right.
Everybody in that division, there's no weak. Everybody's coming to play. And the Saints, they had nobody in the stands, and they still was intimidated coming to the Superdome.
Yeah.
I thought Drew Brees. If Drew Brees when his age gonna catch up with him?
That's right.
Well, and the thing about Brees is, I think they said last season he only threw one pass beyond 35 yards. Out of all the passing yards, 4,000 plus passing yards, he threw one pass beyond 35 yards. So he's working on it all off season. But just I think that was his transformation. Like he already knew the deep ball was starting to go away. So they started transitioning the game, his game to where he's able to dump off and the shorts over the middle. But he said he was going to be throwing more this year downfield. But I think the Saints is probably the only team in the league that just won't turn it off. Like if they up by 20, they're going to be up by 40 by the time the game over with. Like they don't turn it off.
There's a question. Do you think Tom Brady's success is based on the Patriot or his talent? Because Tom lost yesterday and Bill won.
I think
it's still his talent. I think it's still based on his talent. I think those guys just got to click together in Tampa Bay, and they'll be all right.
Yeah.
With Bill Belichick, once they learn that system of all that option with Cam, they're gonna force Cam to throw it more, and Brady is still, gonna wind up coming out throwing more yards and probably being a better quarterback this season.
But Brady really never threw a bunch of long passes. I mean, when he had Moss, that was a different team. But so for I really think you're gonna get this Tim Tebow offense. That Tim Tebow offense, that's the offense that got homeboy to the playoffs when he was with the Broncos. And this is and of course Cam is not Tim Tebow. He actually can throw the football. He actually can run and knock the mess out of you.
I'm a Tim Tebow fan, man. Cut that out.
I'll just say, Tim good for a nail for you, but
and a prayer.
Right, but he that long ball was gonna be your friend.
He can jump throw it with the best of them, though.
I just feel like, and I see Nate saying the Bucks now getting together, things already established, and I agree. I think not having that preseason and all that, it does, hurt a little bit. But my fear for Tom Brady with the Patriots, you got a couple kind of practice games to get it together with the Jets. They're terrible, and all these other people. But you don't have a practice game in the NFC South. Everybody can play.
Right.
You know, and that's where I think Tom Brady better get his mind right and figure out them passing routes. So
He was playing for Jesus.
Tom, Tim Tebow. We want to congratulate him on his college football career. It was really good. One of the best college football players out there. The NFL, that was a little different ball game. Now we get to my highlight, and I do want to update you. Steelers are leading 16-10 over the Giants. That sounds right.
Say it again.
16-10. The Steelers, who I do not like the Steelers. I want to make that plain and simple. But I hate the Giants even more. The Giants are losing. Jason Garrett offense is starting to stall out. Jason Garrett will get you 10 points. That's about it, homie.
That's it.
I learned that for over 15 some odd years. He a 10-point dude. Yeah, it's called hate and facts. I hate the Giants, and the Lions do need both. But so the Cowboys.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
Oh.
She ain't got no sound though, so.
No, but I pretty much can understand what's going on there.
Right. So
and he had to have on the same jersey as me.
This is one of my favorite people, Scooter Magooda. Please check him out. This is a Christian brother, but he'll make you laugh. And he gives you the play-by-play of how. Oh man, I don't know.
What was it, 3 weeks, 3 shows ago?
Yeah.
I said Tuesday to Sunday. I said sports radio in the DFW area is unlike no other sports radio you've ever heard. I mean, every episode is, we root, folks calling in back to back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the jerseys is out. You see the cars going by with the flags on the windows. I mean, it's showtime. And then Sunday come, and unfortunately, it didn't go in the Cowboys' favor. And I turned the radio on this morning just for geckos. And yeah, there was a boxing match this morning on the radio.
Well, first of all, let's be honest, we got cheated.
Yep.
There was a flop. Jalen Ramsey with the high paytail flopping. Come on, man.
They just showed that too here on Monday Night Football. Then they just showed that play.
That was a flop. And look, that's why you get paid the big bucks. I feel that. But the refs supposed to be better than that. Second, McCarthy. Will you please kick a field goal? This is when you do miss Jason Garrett. Because Jason Garrett would have pumped out and kicked the field goal. He not going on 4. Kick the field goal. Stop being arrogant. And yes, you know what? You know when you're not looking and you about to make that next point, and you're like, what? Oh, yeah.
But he was moving though.
He was moving.
But it was still moving though.
He was.
And he put that feed me on the stomach. I don't know why he need to do all that, but it's been such a long week for the Cowboys. We got Jerry want to talk about kneeling. We got Skip Bayless who want to attack my quarterback. And then we finally get to the game. We in California where the air quality is bad.
Yep.
They said it. That's a fact now.
They weren't even supposed to play.
Right. Don't be like Trump and don't believe the science. It said they were like smoking a 20-pack.
But wait, don't they always? Now I know they didn't do it this year, but don't they always go to California to do preseason? Or
have you not heard about the wildfires, my brother? The wildfires have contributed to the situation, and it was their first game at the new stadium. You're not supposed to. Look,
they weren't supposed to lose that game.
So they couldn't close the game out because of the wildfires.
Nah, that's why the ref was
Is this not
the ref got the game ball. You didn't see that?
Not regular Cowboys. They're they just can't close it out.
The refs was supposed to make sure that the Rams won, and they see.
But this is my thing. Yeah. This is my thing. Jermaine ain't been talking this much the whole time, and now you want to time up. Because you could have been talking about your Saints, but you like, okay, you said a little bit, and you let that go. But now you want to really time up. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing all the facts to you. These are scientific facts. Wildfires are like smoking a pack of cigarettes. It's a 20 pack. That's what the science said. Mm-hmm. Then we got cheated by the refs. We got the game ball at the end of the game, and it was the first game for the LA Rams. That's a lot to overcome.
You mean to tell me that gazillion dollar stadium had bad air quality inside?
Right.
I mean, that thing looked like the Starship Enterprise.
But it had a lot of holes in it though.
Right.
And a lot of holes and leaks.
And AJ, before they go there, they don't stay at the stadium, right, AJ? They got to go to the hotel.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, you did all that to sabotage us.
The millionaires, man. They travel with the oxygen bar.
Right.
Man, see, now Anthony go, why you gotta go there, Anthony? Now, you know you right in Detroit. You gotta go there. Now see, and
right.
With her hate, the producer not spot like that. So you can test our Cowboys. We're good. Isn't that right, AJ?
Yeah, we good.
Don't hesitate. So
yeah, we nice and clean. Cowboys good to go.
Look, we still riding with the Cowboys. We lost. We riding. We're gonna come back next week.
Yeah, you know, it was a loss. We'll be all right. We got the Falcons, same team that lost that Sunday. Yeah, we'll be all right.
So my problem is this, y'all. The Cowboys we got some fragile players.
Yeah.
Vanderich is out for 8 weeks.
Yeah, Blake out.
This is the time to sign us a nice safety. Earl Thomas. I'm cool. Eric Reed, he out here too, please. Colin Kaepernick, let us know he's still out here. We need to get some help. I don't care what you don't care about the politics. I care can they play football. That's the Dallas Cowboy way. We don't care if you want to jail. We want to play. Come on, man.
And since we need a tight end now, I'll go sign Delaney Walker. Play with the Titans last year, just sitting on the free agent block.
Okay, man, he not in prison or nothing, is he?
Oh, no, he ain't in no prison.
Cause we gotta get bail money. We gotta get a lawyer.
Nah, buddy, ready.
Okay, we gotta do something. Cause this ain't right.
Yeah,
this ain't right. And I'm trying to see. And I don't want my relationship with Jermaine to get to a point where I don't speak to him. Because
my thing is,
you rejoice in my failures.
I mean, I'll say this: like, I so want to be a Cowboys fan, but they disappoint every season.
Well,
they don't know how to close out games. And it's not that they don't have talent. You got a new coach, you have a great quarterback, a great running back, all that.
Disappointment? Yeah. Is your problem disappointment?
What'd you say?
Is your problem disappointment? And why you not with us? It finally came out. It's disappointment.
You don't want to be a fan then. You don't want to be a fan then, because to be a fan, you got to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly, the disappointment, the heartbreak. Don't cheer with us when we win. When we win the Super Bowl, don't come around our parade.
Hey, Jermaine gonna have the jersey on. Matter of fact, he probably gonna be on one of the floats.
Nah, we gonna kick him out.
Jermaine gonna have to win the service. Y'all come on out here. We gotta clean these streets. I'm sorry, Jermaine. Jermaine has come at us real strong, and now I know he hurt with disappointment, and I can feel that because look out. But look at the Detroit fans; they ride with these sorry jokers for all these years. Look at the Jets fans.
40 years.
The Jets fans have been riding out there. It's been 1969 since they won championship. They still out here. Now, come on, man. We can do better than this. You come on with us. You all right? Because you've been doing that who that mess too much.
Like I said, I mean, the Cowboys have so much talent. It's just like, I mean, if they can learn how to like really like just play like like just like the Saints do. Like once they're up, like you're not gonna catch them most times. You know what I'm saying? So if we could just learn how to just like play like that and close the games out, I mean, they have the talent.
We need an offensive coordinator. I don't understand why get rid of Jason Garrett, but leave. Let's just be honest. If Khalil Moore was the one calling those offensive plays.
Well, I agree with you, man. I don't know why either.
I thought Jason Garrett was still over there calling plays.
So all that you saw on 1 week we got 10 minutes ago. With 1 week to go, with 1 week down, who won a Super Bowl this year? Oh, well, let me say this: who is your Super Bowl matchup?
Saints and the Chiefs. Realistically,
Anthony kind of coming strong today. The Saints ain't won since Katrina. Lord, he gonna bring up all the hurt. So you said who? AJ?
I think it's realistically the Saints and the Chiefs. Unless my Cowboys shape up, then Cowboys and
okay. Jason?
Packers too. I forgot about the Packers. Yeah, the Packers got a good shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how I skipped that. See, this would happen. And I don't want my relationship with Jason to go south.
Now see, now yesterday they showed this during the national anthem, and I said something don't look wrong with Jerry. I said something don't look right with Jerry. Excuse me. And they zoomed in. I said, why he got his hand like that? And then the camera went away, and then you had one guy kneeling because Jerry was pretty boisterous about ain't nobody kneeling on my team for the anthem. So everybody was standing, but this one lineman was the only guy kneeling.
Yep.
And they kept going back to Jerry, and they would go to Pope, then back to Jerry, to him, back to Jerry, and Jerry had this pose. I'm like, what's that smirk for? I'm like, well, man, like you look crazy. But you know what I'm saying, that's y'all owner right there, man.
Like you played on Django with Jamie Foxx.
But
say I was like Jerry looked like he ready to just slap the mess out of Poe. Stand up.
This is my thing. I wish y'all could be here because you can hear the laughter in the background. This is the hate that has been taught to my children. Look, I'm proud of Poe exercising First Amendment rights.
Jared didn't
anyway, I'm gonna move on from that.
No, he looks like the guy off The Simpsons. What, Mr. Smithers?
No, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. I mean, y'all clowning on my people so bad today. I should have turned all the Cowboys so I could be at the end. I'm in like this.
Super Bowl. My Super Bowl prediction is Ravens versus Seahawks.
Oh. What's up, JP?
Ravens versus Seahawks.
Ravens versus Seahawks. What you got?
Ravens versus Seahawks.
Ravens versus Seahawks. What you got, Jermaine?
I would say Chiefs and Saints.
So I'm gonna say I'm so hurt, but this last 5 minutes been hurt.
Man,
I'm gonna go Cowboys and stay with them, and I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Either way, Dallas gonna win because the Chiefs came out of Dallas. So always remember that we still win the Super Bowl with the Chiefs. That's my other team now. I might have to all the way lead the Cowboys. I can't do that. Look like Mr. Burns. That was
I'm still riding with my team. Didn't nobody post that picture of Robert Kraft when they showed him there? looking all crazy and goofy looking.
I know, but
Show Robert Kraft too. Don't just show Jerry Jones.
Oh,
well, Robert Kraft has won some Super Bowls of late. I mean, Jerry has not won Super Bowl since I was in middle school. I'm 40 years old now. That's a long time ago. My children don't know of a winning team in Dallas except for the Stars. Jason. And Anthony's going for the Packers. If y'all got anybody else who Nathan said Chiefs in the Packers, why would you show that belly? But anyway,
Oh man,
you know,
what a night!
we didn't talk about the NBA playoffs. Y'all pray for Doc Rivers because I don't know why he keep losing these games and they up. But we're gonna talk about that next week. Is the Lakers gonna take it all the way, or are we gonna see Lakers Celtics, Lakers Heat, or is it gonna be Clippers and somebody? I don't think it's gonna be the Clippers. I'm scared that the Clippers not gonna come out of Denver.
Nuggets in Miami. There we go.
Ooh, I don't know anybody gonna watch that. They might. Oh, you got Jimmy Butler because the beer commercial. That's the only way they know him.
It ain't about who watching it. It's about what can happen.
Yeah. So Lakers, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Lakers Celtics. That's what they really want to see.
Yeah.
They want to make it Lakers Celtics, and that would be a nice series.
Yeah, because I think that the Lakers bigs are going to pose a problem for anybody. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to go down. So, man, I'm glad we all football because the last 5 to 10 minutes have been. We almost not be friends anymore. I told this is my circle. This is people I ride with. But that's ugliness. Coming out with pictures as they did. The sneak attack pictures. Wrong and devilish. Certainly. Some of y'all picked that up from Key and Peele. But yes, I think Lakers, Celtics is going to be a nice matchup. My boy LeBron going to bring it all the way. And I'm excited about that. I'm telling you, I'm excited about that. Houston, we didn't even get all into everything, but how Houston left the series. Now that Tony said, I don't even want to come back. Y'all don't have to offer me no job. I'd rather just find me another work. How my man get into a homeboy's brother. That was Houston walked out like they looked like they were playing at the 24-hour fitness. They were struggling.
as Westbrook was addressing the sideline haters. Oh, don't lie. What? Huh?
Sideline haters. I'm like, I thought they're in a bubble. I'm like, oh, there's some people there. You know, Westbrook is not about sideline. Like he wants you to be quiet. He don't want no talking.
Right.
And so, I mean, next week we'll talk about who's going to take over Houston. Because D'Antoni said, I'm good. I don't ever want to come back here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's something about James Harden, the structure. We can talk about if James Harden really overrated because he can't close out a series. You know?
I mean, he needs somebody else with him. I mean, for whatever reason, it's just not working. It didn't work with CP3. It's not working with Westbrook. I don't know.
So we're gonna see, but we got the last 2 minutes. I want to just there's a lot going on in our country. The wildfires that are taking over California, Oregon, and Washington. We also tragically due to just sickness in man and evilness, 2 officers in California, Compton, were shot in ambush style cowardly. We are praying for them and their families. They're fighting for their life. I just want y'all we got to pray for our nation. Please keep our nation in prayer. We got to get back on track. And right now we're way off track. So please pray for our nation. If any of y'all are looking to come to in-person service, we're gonna have our first service since 6 months ago. This September 20th at 1600 Pennsylvania, same address as the White House. But different residents, of course. And you come out 11 o'clock, we can get you in and out safely with COVID precautions, wear your mask, wash your hands, take your vitamins. I just want to thank these brothers. I hope y'all laughed a little bit with everything that's going on. That's why we spend these Mondays, just to make y'all laugh a little bit, talk a little bit. inspire you a little bit, and hopefully you'll see the greater things. Not all things are bad. Things are going to get better. And I just appreciate these brothers because these are brothers on the block, and they're here to stand up for y'all and be for y'all. So appreciate y'all. We'll have a great night. Gentlemen, y'all say goodbye, and we'll see y'all next week on next Monday.